Here in Bloomberg, they have this article here. Camilo Russo says Bitcoin speculators, not drug dealers, now dominate cryptocurrency use. Now, what I said in the last video was that as a percentage, the percentage of drug transactions has gone down significantly. And this report from the Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA, this report confirms that. But what they say is also interesting is that drug transactions, the number of transactions created for using Bitcoin for drugs has actually increased significantly. So here it is. It says Infante started seeing the Bitcoin pop up in her cases at the DEA 5 years ago. The analysis back then said that 90% of transactions 90% of cryptocurrency transactions were used for illegal purposes. Criminal activity specifically. Let's see here. Illegal activity has shrunk to only about 10%, and speculation has become the dominant driver, which, as we know, is true. Very few people actually spend Bitcoin for non-illegal purposes. Most people are just investing in it with the hope that it will increase in Moon, which I do believe that it will do. Not next week, but I believe it's going to happen. And let's see here. Volume has grown tremendously. The amount of transactions in dollar value has grown tremendously over the years in criminal activity, but the ratio has decreased, which I think kind of makes sense because as the currency is gaining more and more traction and gaining more value, people are spending it more in the area where they were spending it before. It really only makes sense. So let's look at the Bitcoin price and where it's going. So here in TradingView, you can see what you've been seeing, a million times, how we spiked up parabolically back in January, December, and then we have really dumped off ever since then. So here in TradingView, you can see the chart that you are well familiar with by now, how it's been dropping down ever since we hit the high in the middle of December, right? So the thing that's encouraging to me is that we're not seeing a continued, we are seeing a continued slide, but it's not it's not a straight down shot. You can kind of see an arc that is losing, it's like the reverse parabola, right? And what I'm seeing here is we have these highs that have been dropping by, here this high is about 11.5, here is about 9,800, and here is about 8,400. So we're losing more than 1,000 every single time. We're having bigger drops, right? But the lows are only changing. We're here at